Evening, South African wine lovers. Tonight I want to actually discuss a very, very serious topic. Um, this video is made specifically for the ears of Winelands businesses, and I'm calling this a COVID-19 wake-up call for the Winelands. Last month, businesses in the Winelands were celebrating the national ban on alcohol was lifted. But now a new realism is setting in, and the industry is facing the prospect of an arid tourism season. This is on top of losses of more than 2.5 billion rand in revenue between March and June 2020, according to Vinpro figures. What's really concerning is that according to a report published last month by South African Tourism, um, in a realistic scenario that takes into account a fragile global recovery, the country could open to Asian and Australasian markets in November this year. That's the first time we might see tourists, with its core markets, the UK, Germany, and the US, following in April 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, what this means is that our core market is the guys that are really the tourists into the winelands, possibly will only be in April 2021. In another scenario that supposes a major second wave hits countries around the world before November, the report suggests that international travelers from Asia may only return between May and July 21, and those from the UK, Germany, and the USA as late as November 2021. Now, here's the real unfortunate part. Things in Europe are not looking good. I mean, they're not looking good at all. These were scenes in countries like France over the summer, and what we've seen now, after the Europeans had the normal summer break, and there was really a big defiance of COVID regulations, we're seeing a spike in COVID-19 cases, and this is extremely concerning for us all in the winelands. If you look at the figures here, you'll see that on this chart, France has reported a record daily increase in coronavirus cases, the worst ever, and it's still rising. Saturday was the biggest day ever. And the country is struggling to contain a fresh surge in infections. On Saturday, health authorities said there were 10,561 new cases, and it rose more than 1,000 cases in one day. And the number of people admitted to hospital and intensive care were also spiking. Besides that, Austrian Chancellor has just announced that Austria is experiencing a second wave of corona infections, and this is in line with other European countries. We are experiencing the beginning of a second wave, Chancellor Sebastian Kurz said in a statement. And cases are also increasing in Spain, the Netherlands, and the UK. And the rest of Europe is sure to follow this trend. What does this mean for our wine tourism industry? This is the problem. What does this mean for us? Well, it is clear that we're looking at the second scenario that we looked at the top here, which means that we could only see return to tourism in 2021. This means another season of revenue lost for our wine tourism industry, which is going to be catastrophic. We all know that Vinpro is already estimating that we could lose 18,000 jobs in the wine industry in the next year and a half. And now this can be even more grim. All this means that we are facing a season with no or very few international tourists. And what we need to do as a wine industry and as a winelands is to adapt. And we need to look seriously at the only market left for this season and maybe for next one, which is domestic tourism. And unfortunately, what I'm seeing is that there's almost like an air of complacency among our winelands businesses, and I'm here to make a call for action, and the time for action is now. We cannot sit on our laurels as an industry. We need to get people to come and visit the Winelands as a matter of interest, as a matter of urgency. And we are inviting from our side everyone to help to kickstart summer. It's been a tough time in the Winelands in the last few months, and all of us had to adjust to not only a new way of doing things, but as I said, some businesses are still in a fight for survival, and others are closing down. Um, we from our side have been working hard on a few projects to promote the Winelands, including launching our podcast about the Winelands, and this we did in February, as well as the Safe SA Wine group on Facebook, on which we now have 57,000 active participants, and which you guys can actually utilize. I am talking to Winelands businesses here by collaboration with us. We are collaborating on this 1660 project. The 1660 project is a project where we are showcasing one producer a day for 60 days from the 30th of August until the 28th of October. And we also did a promotion for Cape Sick Day where we promoted our fantastic MCCs. And, we've got some of the most fantastic bubblies in the world. And we did 6 podcasts and interviewed those guys. So have a look at those podcasts. We have now completed more than 60 interviews with wineries and other wineries businesses, and we plan to take that up to 100 in the next 3 months. Our podcasts are published on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram TV, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And as part of our podcasting program, we've also created more than 60 short explainer videos on businesses and activities in the Winelands. Our collaborative networks are now reaching more than 250,000 people every week, and we are also currently doing 2 promotional live streams daily, 8:30 on weekdays, 7 o'clock on weekday evenings, and at 9 o'clock and 7 o'clock on weekends. The summer season is on our doorstep, and it's now more important than ever for Winelands businesses to step up promotional activities. And we are inviting everyone to contact us with any new ideas that you might have. Anything that you want to promote, you can email us at visitthewinelands@gmail.com. Please just send us your promotions, whatever you're planning, and we will come up with a plan to see how we can work together and collaborate. We also have a free listings page for your Winelands business. Utilize this. You can advertise, doesn't cost you a penny. It's bit.ly/visit Winelands. It's bit.ly/visit Winelands. So, another great way for you to get more exposure for your wine, your restaurant, your accommodation, your Winelands experience, or your Winelands business is to use one of your premium service offering. We realize that times are tough, and we are here to give a helping hand. So we've decided to give away a 500 Rand credit to any Winelands business that contact us as a gift to kickstart your promotion for summer. All you need to do to claim your credit, simply email us with your business details. Visit thewinelands@gmail.com, and we'll send you a 500 Rand gift card that you can use in our store to create promotion for your Winelands business. But please hurry. This is a limited offer, and we can only do so much. So we'll do it on a first come, first serve basis. Again, our invitation stands. Any ideas or promotions or special offers that you might have, please contact us. Send us an email at visitthewinelands@gmail.com.